Hello, my name is Diane Elliott. I am an Ikebana teacher with the Sogetsu School and the current director of the Sogetsu Seattle branch. Today I'm going to be showing you a Christmas arrangement, and I'm going to be using some fairly common materials that are often widely available, at least through a florist, in a container that I did purchase from a floral supply company. So it's a commonly available container type. And I'm going to be using the traditional color scheme of Christmas of red, white, and green. My first material is a dried branch of corkscrew hazelnut, also known as Harry Lauder's walking stick. I did purchase this branch, although I have one in my yard. It's about the size of this branch. It is painted white. I painted it with floral paint, but you could use any kind of paint that will stick to wood. Now I should mention that in the Sogetsu school, we traditionally do not use green floral foam for fixing our materials in our containers. Instead, we use different combinations of cross sticks, fork sticks, etc., or we balance materials on each other. For this branch, I cut the end of it at a slant so that it rests against the side of the vase, and it also has this convenient side branch which helps to stabilize it in the container when I put it in. So as you can see, it's quite stable in there now. You could use a different kind of branch. This one is just particularly interesting. My next material, my first live material, is going to be salal, Gaultheria shallon, which is very common in the Pacific Northwest where I live, and it is also quite widely available through florist shops, especially in the winter when you're looking for winter greens. It's often used as a filler in arrangements. So I'm going to be putting this in. I've got one branch that I will extend into the white branch, and then I've got several. I'm going to make a kind of a soft mass in the front. It's quite bendable. You notice that I am doing this arrangement from the back. You are looking at the front. Sogetsu teachers all have to learn how to arrange from the back, which can be quite daunting at first. And they say practice, 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 which is true. You need to practice a lot. But once you get the hang of it, then sometimes it becomes hard to remember how to do it from the front. Some people say do it in front of a mirror, but I have problems with left and right as it is, so doing it in front of the mirror doesn't really work for me. Now, even though you are looking at the front, I still have to add materials to the back of this arrangement to give it depth. The next material I'm going to add is some holly branches. These are branches from a male tree that does not have berries. It does have nice little red buds, and it has extremely nice shiny green leaves that aren't very prickly. So that's one reason why I chose it. So I'm going to add a few of those in here to add some shininess to this Ikebana. And then for color, I'm going to add holly berries. These are from a female holly tree, of course, because they're the only ones that have the berries. And I took off all the leaves from these branches for two reasons. One, the leaves were extremely prickly and I didn't really care to hurt myself. I had enough scratches as it is, taking them off the tree. And the second reason is that the leaves on this plant were not nearly as nice as the ones on the male plant. So I'm just using the berries from here. Starts getting crowded in here, so it gets a little hard to find places to put them. Wayward berry there. When it gets this filled up, it gets hard to find places to put things. Okay, and for a final festive touch, I am going to add some Christmas ornaments that are made out of straw, the plant. I purchased these from a Christmas market in Munich, Germany, but nowadays it's a lot easier just to get them online. You can put as many or as few as you want here. This is a fairly complicated branch, so I'm going to put a number of them here. You can use any kind of ornament that you would like. You could also tie ribbons onto the branches rather than using ornaments. Have them in several sizes. The ones I'm using are shaped roughly like snowflakes and stars, and I just happen to like those shapes for this. But they make these straw ornaments in animal shapes. They make them in the shapes of Christmas balls and angels, what have you. So you can get all different kinds of them. I am somewhat fortunate to be tall with long arms so that I can reach through and put things toward the front. Again, with depth, I'm putting them toward the back as well as the front. Okay, so now I want to, since I've been doing this from the back, I want to turn it a little bit so that I can see if there's some trimming that I need to do. Or repositioning. A number of these materials were trimmed before I did this demonstration, so that you don't have to watch me trim for hours on end. So this is the finished arrangement, and I know that with this white background it's a little bit difficult to see it. So I have a black backdrop here that I can put up so that you can see the arrangement better. So this is my finished Christmas Ikebana with corkscrew hazelnut, salal, holly leaves and berries, and straw Christmas ornaments. And I want to thank you for your attention, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the exhibition.